Welcome everyone, this is Like It's 1985, and just in time for St. Patrick's Day we have a mostly green mobile suit for review. This is the 1/100 Tieren Ground Type. I picked this up based on Aries 0083's review several months ago, and I am not disappointed. This thing is huge in terms of height and its width, and very nice mobile suit design, very nice kit to put together. Definitely unique building experience. Now, one of the nice features of this kit that I saw in Aries 0083's review is he pointed out that it's got really nice texturing to certain parts of the plastic, like in the armor. You can probably pick this up on camera. You can see how the light reflects off of it. It's not just a plain flat surface, it's actually textured, which is really nice. And the other thing about this kit, it's got a lot of nice detail in the plastic for that mechanical detail that Bandai was advertising on the box for this kit. You can see more of that detailing in the back skirt here, and in the backpack. You can even see the little rivets there. So really cool kit. Now, as far as articulation goes, the head doesn't really rotate per se. There's actually a mono eye, and I don't think this is going to show up on camera, but it's there's a mono eye. It's a pink shiny sticker, and you can rotate the dial, and you can move the mono eye so that it looks, you know, in a direction either left or right. But I don't tend to use that feature. I just leave the mono eye pointing straight ahead. Now, as far as other features for the mobile suit, I like the details. These are like supposed to be like floodlights so that the mobile suit can see during the nighttime. And it's got a nice shiny sticker there and a clear piece of plastic over that sticker. And while I'm talking about stickers, that's worth mentioning that these are the only two stickers you have to apply are the mono eye sticker and the two shiny stickers for the floodlights. And I like that. I'm not a fan of applying a lot of stickers. It annoys me when you have to apply a lot of stickers, especially in those 1/144 high grade kits when they have a lot of little stickers you have to apply. Anyways, I'm glad to not have to do that for this kit. Okay, moving on to articulation. One of the really cool features of this particular model kit is in the shoulder joint. The shoulders can actually rotate like this, as you can see. So you can potentially maybe have a maybe a scene where he's grabbing a mobile suit or something like that. You can see how he's kind of got a bear hug pose there, which is really cool. Now, in addition, let's see, the shoulders, the arms there, rather, you can actually go like this. The arms, 360 with the arms. Then you've got these armors for the shoulders here that articulate. Swivel at the upper arm, bend at the elbow, which is just slightly more than 90 degrees. And if you notice too, you've got this piece of armor here too. And it also rotates just below the elbow, as you can see there. And that comes up into play when you're mounting the weapons. So you can actually rotate the arm and get it to hold the weapons correctly. Of course, you got bulge on your wrists, and you've got another one of these pieces of articulating armor. In this case, I think it's like a hand shield, or hand armor, if you will. The hands you get, it's got a open hand like that, and of course a closed fist, and it's got another one here that you can use, looks like for the left hand. Now, the other really nice and unique joint about this Tieren Ground Type is the abdomen joint. You actually get movement this way quite a degree, actually. Look, you can see, and that same joint allows it to rotate this way and that as well. Now, moving on to the waist articulation, really nice 360, and here's where I really think that the waist articulation does come into play very nicely, because I don't know if it ever happened in the 00 anime, but I can imagine, let's say you're the Tieren Ground Type and you're doing battle, and your sensors detect there's an enemy mobile suit behind you. Well, just rotate around and then aim your weapon, and you can deal with the enemy mobile suit, and then rotate around again and continue on. So I think that's really cool, and I think that's a nice feature to have, that waist articulation. In some other mobile suits it's not really necessary, even though people like to have waist articulation. The more articulation the better. But here, really, you can imagine this thing rotating around and dealing with the enemy and coming back and continuing on. So really nice feature there. I just want to show you real quick how the hip joint works. You can see here it's there's a polycap on this end and also on this end. This thing rotates 360 and moves around like that. So you get quite a degree of articulation. And then you can see here how it's attached to a peg on the leg section. And it just pegs into there like that, into that polycap. Now for the hip articulation, it's kind of unique. Just the way that the joint is set up, you actually can't come really straight out, but if you kind of go at an angle like this, you can get the leg out, but it's kind of an awkward angle. Same thing going back, you can kind of get it out like that, and you can get around the side skirt and actually go out back pretty far, but it's not really straight back. Another thing about the waist or the lower torso is you get actually a articulating back skirt, and the leg does rotate like that at the hip joint. You do get a bend in the knee, which is pretty nice considering it is a bulky mobile suit. This piece of leg armor on its left leg does rotate and articulate like that. It does come out if you want to remove it. And then of course the ankle is on a ball joint, so nice degree of articulation there. And the foot's definitely unique. It does have a pretty big footprint, as you can see here. It's got a pretty long foot to give it support. Now, as far as the accessories you get a carbon blade, which will mount back here like that, if you so desire. You get this nice weapon here. I think it's like a machine gun type of weapon, but it has a sight here, as you can see, and it actually mounts on the arm. It doesn't have a handle, but it pegs pretty nicely into the into a polycap there, like that. You get this very cool looking bazooka. As you can see, it's pretty it's as tall as the mobile suit, actually taller. So as you can see, I went ahead and mounted the bazooka off camera. All I did is rotated the arm about 90 degrees and rotated the wrist, and then you take apart the hand and insert the handle in into the hand. And it actually, the kit holds the bazooka pretty well. There is a cockpit hatch here where you can insert this pilot, and you can stand and look outside of the mobile suit. You also get a couple of these figures on the ground where you can do a comparison in size between an actual human being and the mobile suit. As you can see, despite the model kit size, it does kneel quite well, so you can get some really nice kneeling poses. So as you can see here, the 1-100 Tieren Ground Type does keep good company with the Serpent Custom and the Virtue. And as you can see, the Ground Type is just a hair shorter, if you compare it head to head, shorter than the Virtue. But he actually is taller than the Serpent Custom, which surprised me. So I picked up this kit around Christmas time on sale for around $20. I can see now, looking at hobbywave.com and gundamstoreandmore.com, that it's back up to around $30. But even at $30, it's well worth picking up this kit. I really like the unique design. It was fun to put together. I really like the waist joint and the abdomen joint. Really cool features in this kit. And just the overall scale and size of it is really nice too. Now the design itself, it does kind of stick out in the double universe, even though it's actually in the same anime. It does have an old school feel to it. And I think Vegeta 8259 really put it well when he said, when he put it together, it felt like he was putting together a scale model of a U.S. Army tank, because it did have a kind of a feel that, you know, you could imagine almost like in 50 years from now, if we create mobile suits in reality, that this could be like one of the first designs. And so that for that reason, I think this kit here might appeal to a lot of Universal Century fans that may not like Gundam Seed or Seed Destiny, because those suits, while I like them a lot, they aren't quite as well grounded in reality as, say, the Tieren Ground Type. So if you're into that kind of old school, realistic type of mobile suit, then I think this is the model kit for you, and definitely would recommend it. But even if you just like 00 in general, definitely pick it up. Or if you like big grunt mobile suits, I think it looks really well next to my Serpent Custom, even though that's not a grunt mobile suit. But you get the idea. Just big, large, well-armed mobile suits. If that's your thing, then this is your mobile suit. This is your model kit. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. This has been a review of the 1 to 100 Tieren Ground Type.